This is why I would not start a dropshipping business this year. It's one of the most popular online businesses out there, but I think it's a very difficult business to grow. I started one, I shut it down, and I'm going to show you exactly why, you should reconsider if this is something that you're seriously considering, all right? So first of all, let me explain what it is. What you're essentially doing is you're buying cheaper products from a e-commerce website like AliExpress that sells stuff for really, really cheap. You can see right here, this is in my currency, but this is like $1, this is 125, that kind of thing. So super cheap stuff. And then you would mark it up and sell it for a little bit more expensive on your Shopify store, okay? So a Shopify store might look something like this, all right? And it's a lot of work to build a store that looks like, this. It takes a little bit of time. And then what you have to do is you have to drive ads, Google paid ads and stuff like that to the store. People see it, they buy it. And then what happens is once they buy, you go to AliExpress or wherever you're getting the cheaper product from, and you put your customers' details inside, and then they will send it directly to your customers. So that's kind of how dropshipping works, all right? So it seems like a cool business. You're selling physical products, but here's why there's a lot of problems with this business model. Hey, by the way, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to show you how to make money. So if that's something that you're interested in, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. So 5 reasons, all right? Here's the first reason, okay? So a lot of people don't know this, but the profit margins on dropshipping is super duper low, all right? And the reason that is because you're selling, generally speaking, cheap physical products from a cheap physical e-commerce store. You can't jack the prices up that much because people know how much stuff costs. They know how much a t-shirt costs. They know how much a fidget spinner costs. They know how much a walkie-talkie costs, right? So you can't charge someone $1,000 for a walkie-talkie because they're just not going to buy it, right? So your profit margins aren't going to be that high because your margins aren't that high. You got to pay for your tools. You got to pay for the training to learn how to do it. And also you have to pay for paid ads, which I'll cover in a second, which can be very, very expensive. So profit margins on dropshipping is very, very low, which means that you're not going to make much money. So the only way you're going to make a lot of money is if you sell a lot of product, and we'll talk about that later. Reason number 2 is because it's very difficult to find winning products that will sell well, okay? Now, sure, you can go and use some spy tools, which is what you're going to learn if you buy a dropshipping course, right? But you're still going to have to test in the real world whether those products that are selling well on another store will sell well on your store. And that takes time, it takes money, it takes energy. And so it can take a long time before you find winning products that will actually sell on your store. Reason number 3, you must use paid ads for it to work well, okay? Now, sure, you can do free TikTok ads and stuff like that, but it's very difficult to do that. It's going to take a lot of time. So most courses actually teach you how to use paid advertising. YouTube ads, Google Shopping ads, Facebook ads, and it's very expensive. So you have to build this into the budget of your actual business, which means it eats into your profits right here, which can be a problem, right? Reason number 4, low profit margins means that you have to sell volume, like we spoke about earlier, right? So if you want to make $20,000 a month in profit, not in sales, in profit, you literally have to sell thousands or tens of thousands of products a month, okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but because you own the entire store and you're making thousands of sales a month, there's another problem with that. Thousands of products orders means that thousands of customer service issues. Because you own the shop and you own the product. See, when somebody comes to your store, they don't know that you're buying it from another cheaper supplier. They just think that that is your store, right? And if you're getting thousands of orders, even though you might be doing okay, it means that you got to deal with all the refunds, all the questions, all the breakages, all the non-arrivals, because sometimes products don't arrive by mail. And this becomes a nightmare, all right? So for these 5 reasons, profit margins, you have to do a lot of testing hard to find winning products. You got to use paid ads, which can be expensive. Low profits means that you have to sell volume. And because of that, you have just so much work to do. You have to hire staff to do all your customer service. Otherwise, you're going to be working 14 hours a day in your dropshipping business, right? And there is nothing wrong with that. It's just that, there are much better businesses out there to start. That's my personal opinion, right? And so after already making, $40,000 at that time a month with digital affiliate marketing, I thought to myself, I started this dropshipping business because I was a little bit bored, right? I'm doing so well in affiliate marketing. Maybe I've got some extra time now. I'm just going to start another business. Little did I know that dropshipping is an actually extremely time consuming, low profit margin, high volume, a business that you super have to babysit, and it's extremely manual, right? Because of all of these little issues. And so because of that, after a couple of months, I shut my dropshipping business down because I thought to myself, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth the hassle. I should just focus on my digital affiliate marketing business and build it up even more. All right. So if you're out there looking for a business to start and you've heard of dropshipping, don't get me wrong, you can still make a lot of money from dropshipping, but it comes with a lot of these problems that I just spoke about, all right? And would you rather be pushing a boulder up a mountain, or would you rather be pushing the boulder downhill, all right? I'd be rather pushing the boulder downhill, all right? And out of all of the other business models out there that I've tested and tweaked and tried myself, I still think that doing digital affiliate marketing, where you're not selling physical products, you're selling digital products, profit margins are way higher, easier to scale. You can use paid ads, or you can do free content. I do a lot of free content. 90% of my stuff is free content, right? And it's just much, much easier because there's so much automation. It's 80 to 90% automated when you understand how to build out the right system properly. And it's just much easier in order for you to build a big business, right? Do you still have to do the work? Of course you still have to do the work. All businesses, you have to do the work. But I would rather be in a business where there's less problems than more problems, all right? So completely up to you. You can start a dropshipping business if you want, but if you want to learn a little bit more about digital affiliate marketing, that's where I really made my millions. I've got a free masterclass that shows you how to do it step by step, and you can check it out in the comment section below.